Well, hello there, guys, and welcome back to Taste Greatness. Today, I'm going to make one of my favorite meals. It is going to be an oven-baked Moroccan-themed chicken leg with some mixed potatoes. That includes both sweet potatoes and some normal potatoes. We're obviously going to garnish them in some Moroccan spices. And, you know, more than anything, we're not going to compromise any taste here for how healthy it's going to be. So guys, stay tuned and enjoy the process. So guys, the first step for me would be to rinse this chicken off. Sort of sometimes when you take it out of the packet, there's, you know, that nasty looking stuff that attaches itself onto the meat. So I just want to rinse the chicken off, make sure that it's nice and clean, and just give it sort of like a fresh surface for the spices to stick to, really. So we're just going to rinse that off. And then shortly after this, we're going to then pop it into just a normal bowl. So guys, what I like to do as well is when I am working with chicken's quite a volatile sort of, meat that you do not want to get wrong, because if you do get wrong, we all know what happens. You get very sick. So we're going to sort of add some apple cider vinegar as we have done. And then we're going to add some lime juice to this now. The lime juice, again, it will soften the meat, and it will add that sort of zesty flavour to the meat as well. Next will be the sea salt, or rock salt or pink salt if you do have that. I try to avoid table salt simply because it's not a very, very good form of sodium. Then we add the water, which is what we're going to use to dilute. As you can see, I've just left half of the lime on top. Okay guys, we're going to leave that in the fridge to soak for about 25 minutes now. Okay guys, next is the garlic, very important ingredient. It will bring the chicken alive, not literally, but a bit more edge to it. And we're going to chop up our potatoes in a minute. However, I wanted to chop up the garlic prior to that, simply because what I like to do is when I get the tray, I chop up the garlic, I lace that tray floor with the garlic, and then I pop the potatoes on top of the tray. It gives the potatoes a lovely garlicky kind of taste to them, and it really will add a little bit more of a kick. And hey, look, with garlic as well, it's a fantastic energy power food to eat in the current sort of coronavirus state that we're in at the moment. So I believe this is going to be a win-win for you guys. Okay guys, so we're going to chop our potatoes up now. I'm going to speed up the next bit. I think most of you guys know how to chop sort of potatoes. So with this bit, I like to sort of shape them up as wedgies. I don't like to cut them too thin, simply because I'm a real big fan of the wedgies. And I generally do try to go for, a fluffy inside with crispy outside. I think this is the best way to achieve it. Also, big fan. When you mix sweet potatoes and normal potatoes up, thank me later. Okay guys, we've got our extra virgin olive oil now from Aldi, of course. We're just going to lace this tray up now with a little bit of olive oil. It's a non-stick tray. However, the olive oil just gives the potatoes, that crispy outside. Obviously, do not forget our garlic cloves, which are finely chopped. We're going to place those on the bottom of the tray. Mix it in within that olive oil. Get messy, guys. And like I said, this is a game changer. If you have not been adding a little bit of garlic to your potatoes beforehand, this is going to change the way you bake your potatoes. So let's pop those potatoes on top now. Try and evenly get those placed in, and try and cover up the garlic as well, guys, with the potatoes, simply because you do not want to burn the garlic. If you've got the potatoes on top, the heat will mostly hit those potatoes first. Okay, a little bit more olive oil just on the top now, just to add that little bit of crisp outside to those potatoes. We're gonna add a little bit of sea salt now, just a little bit, because you can still garnish with salt after they're sort of, you know, baked. However, I like doing this beforehand because I feel like the salt just melts in within that olive oil and it just creates a lovely texture to the potatoes. Okay guys, and a little bit of coarse pepper now just on top. Again, you can garnish after, but I like to add a little bit just before it hits the heat. I just feel the heat does something else to the spices with this, so please do give it a try. Okay guys, and we've got our chicken back now. So I've rinsed it of the vinegar, the salt and the lime juice that we did originally put in there. We're gonna garnish it now. This is the absolutely fun part for me. I love this part. So we're gonna go with a little bit of lime. Now a little bit of avocado oil. Now onto my spice pot. We're going to start off with a little bit of coarse pepper just on the top. And now a little bit of smoked paprika. Some turmeric. Now for the cumin. Beautiful. Ginger. Now just a touch of cinnamon. This will give it a lovely sweet kind of aftertaste. Just a little bit more. And now guys, for the oregano. This is an absolute game changer in terms of any dish really, but with chicken, it really does make a huge difference. Now we're going to add a little bit of rock salt. However, we're not going to go too crazy with it simply because we had that soaked in there for 25 minutes. Tabasco sauce, obviously, just for a bit of a kick. And now guys, we're gonna get our hands dirty. We're gonna really try and get every single part of those spices and that avocado oil really mixed in. As you can see, I'm not missing no stone unturned on this. So now we're ready to bake our chicken. However, first of all, we add a little bit of avocado oil to the tray. Again, this will add a little bit more of a crispness to it. And we'll start placing our legs on top of the tray quite evenly. Now, once your legs are on the tray, guys, let's get all the juices that were left in the bowl, the lime juice, the spices, the avocado oil is all in there. And that will add a little bit more of a layer of juice to it. Let's turn on that oven. And we're going to put the oven on around 170, guys. I've got a setting called 4D hot air on my oven, which evenly cooks sort of the chicken quite well. However, you can just put it on a normal setting. So we're going to pop our chicken legs inside the oven now. And we're also going to grab our potatoes now and put them just on the bottom tray now. And we're now going to make our beetroot and onion salad. So we're going to chop up our onion. And like I say, guys, if you haven't had this, this salad, really, the beetroot and the onions complement each other so well. It's an absolutely phenomenal combination. So in goes our chopped onions. We're going to chop up our beetroot in a minute. You know, the sort of the crispness of the onions with the sweet, delicate texture of the beetroot really does well. I've got my balsamic vinegar, my salt and my olive oil, which I'm going to garnish this salad with. First thing goes the rock salt, great sort of texture. Some olive oil in there as well. Absolutely great combinations here. Okay guys, and now we're gonna add the balsamic vinegar. But however, this isn't just normal balsamic vinegar. This has got white truffle in it. We've got obviously the rock sea salt inside, the olive oil, and now the balsamic. And as you can see, the salad's taking shape already. Please do leave some feedback for me. I'd love to see what you guys' thoughts are on this salad. Okay guys, and our chicken is ready to come out now. And as you can see, how tasty does that look? Beautiful color, beautiful texture, really soft, falling off the bone meat. And our potatoes, as you can see, crispy from the outside, fluffy from the inside. And this is the finished article, guys. Potatoes, sweet and normal, beetroot and onion salad. And just look at our chicken. Moroccan themed chicken legs. Not only is this meal healthy and nutritious, it's extremely tasty. Enjoy guys, and please leave your feedback and subscribe to Taste Greatness. Thank you.